Hey, 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 Catherine Hood here, my weekly live, or you might be watching this on YouTube, or maybe somebody shared it with you. That's great. That's fantastic. But I am here to talk to you today about a topic that's pretty common. I hear it, see it, read about it all the time. Don't let past failures keep you stuck. We are hardwired to move towards what's familiar, move towards things that are feel safe and secure and guaranteed, and we don't like those waters of unknown. So I want to talk about that a little bit today. But if we haven't met, my name's Catherine Hood. Some of you may know me as Coach Catherine, and I love and appreciate every single one of you. I have fans, I have friends, I have family, and I have stalkers that watch these too. You know what category you fit in. If I haven't met you and you do struggle with your type 2 diabetes or being pre diabetic, meaning that your blood sugars are high but not high enough to deem you as a full, true type 2 diabetic, I can help you. I've been in a grocery store crying, upset, like, why is my body acting like this, behaving like this? I've been insulin dependent. I've dealt with that as well. As I stand here today, I'm very, very healthy. I am in constant contact with my doctor, have my body dialed in. It's performing really well. Not to say that I don't have challenges. I have an underactive thyroid. I've had a couple of back surgeries, knee surgery, hernia repair. The list goes on. I've had a lot of challenges, but I'm in a place right now that's really good. I feel really good. I feel amazing, and I want to share my journey with you or help you lead your way to your healthy journey as best as we can. But this week, let's move on to our topic. I do have some notes that I want to go through and make sure that I utilize your time and my time wisely. Try to do these within 15 minutes. But I want to start out with let sleeping dogs lie. I was like, I don't know why I was drawn to that statement and wanted to get the definition out for you. But to leave things as they are, especially to avoid restarting or rekindling an old argument, to leave disagreements in the past. Eventually, they decided it would be best to let sleeping dogs lie and not discuss the matter any further. I mean, this applies in some respect, and that's why I put it in here. Is you know, Often I talk to a lot of people that are like, my doctor's making me lose weight, or my husband wants me to lose weight, or I should lose weight, or um, I know I need to lose weight. I hope that I can lose weight. I should lose some weight. All these are wishy washy statements that really are red flags to me that you're not ready, to be completely honest. But the thing is oftentimes we've got to be in the mindset to be ready. It's all about your thoughts. Tremendously, it's about your thoughts. Because if you're wanting to lose weight because your doctor tells you to, your spouse tells you to, or society's telling you to, or something, you're not ready. You're going to sadly fail. It really has to be something you truly, deeply, deeply are in alignment with, and your thoughts are positive. If your thoughts are, I hate working out, I hate eating healthy, I hate the whole concept of changing my lifestyle, I don't like moving my body, I don't this, I don't that, and you're in this, proverbial like negative self talk, it's not going to change. You won't last long. It'll last 2, 4, maybe 6 weeks maximum. And that's why diets fail. And I don't promote dieting. I don't promote keto. It's really, please don't mention keto on a phone call with me. It's just all a marketing ploy. Truly, people that really know how to do keto and do it right, still, it's not, don't do it. But truthfully, it's just about developing a healthy lifestyle, moving your body more in a way that you love and enjoy. And that's what it boils down to with what I'm going to tell you today. It's about your thoughts, your feelings, and that moves into action. So, the power of thought. Let me go into my notes. In even the most scientific experiments, people tend to lose little weight on average on all types of diets, like all across the boards. Because truthfully, all diets are just a manipulation of macros, right? Lowering this, raising that, lowering this, raising that. That's all it is. Every diet is exactly the same. It all boils down to the calories. But whether they're low fat diets or low carb diets or high fat diets or low fat diets or high protein, da, 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 perform equally as miserable on average long term. That's why diets just don't work. They really don't. They don't work. For me, what's worked is my whole lifestyle's totally changed. It's not a stop and start sort of thing. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of being. It's an identity is the phrase that I like to use a lot. Our errors, our mistakes, failures, humiliation were necessary steps in our life's journey and learning process. And that's why I mentioned the whole let sleeping dogs lie is bringing up the mistakes that we've made in the past. Some of those mistakes or failures are what's stopping you. Like, well, it didn't work last time, and that diet didn't work, and that didn't work. I even know people that have had major surgeries or sleeves or different bypasses or different things, and and it was years ago, and they're either back to square one or worse because they're not fixing their thoughts, right? Resolving past issues. This saying of "let sleeping dogs lie." It basically is in essence saying, uh, you know, don't rekindle an old argument. But truthfully, those arguments need to be aired if it's something in your past that's haunting you. I know that there's been some clients that I've worked with that the reason why they don't shed that extra body fat is it's a protection. Fear of being catcalled or fear of people looking at them in a sexual manner because they were maybe even sexually abused or had something in their past that needs to be aired. Um, and then, move past that, and understanding is power. And I can help you through that. But our errors, our mistakes, our failures are just really things that need to be reflected on and go, hey, that didn't work. Readjust, right? First off, don't diet. Let's reflect on that. No dieting. So how do we learn from that? That diet didn't work, or all 50 of those other diets didn't work. Well, what works for you, and how can we change your lifestyle slowly where it's not a major culture shock, because we can't handle culture shocks. That's why New Year's resolutions to lose weight, join a gym and change how we eat, change how we think, how we move, and drastic measures fail is because it's too much change all at once. The unhappiest of people insist on reliving the past over and over in their imagination, right? It's thinking about, I failed last time, I'm going to fail this time. It's predicting the future. Continually criticizing themselves also for past mistakes is condemning themselves, right? I couldn't do it last time. I failed last time. Or last time I lost 10 pounds, but then I gained 15 back. It's just reliving that, re-criticizing themselves and analyzing it and living in the past. Reflect on it. What did you do good? What did you do amazing, right? Readjust, recalculate. You can't change the past. Can't go back and change it, so let it go. Let the sleeping dog lie, right? The term, so continually criticizing their past mistakes, condemning themselves. The term depressed is used often or way too frequently. I hear it a lot in a lot of conversations that I have to label a large variety of symptoms, but one that I see often in individuals is harshly criticizing themselves. So they're saying, I'm depressed, when I actually talk to them and they have nothing nice to say about themselves, right? So are you really truly clinically depressed? Maybe, but also, why can you not say anything nice to yourself, right? Saying things to themselves. And actually, I know a couple of people right now that they're past clients that I've worked with, and I got them on a positive path, a positive mindset. I taught them techniques to get positive, 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 got some momentum, and then life got in the way, and they, couldn't keep me as a coach anymore or whatever. But I watched them spiral back downhill on their posts on Facebook. Like, it just gets negative, 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 and they go down this path, right? All the things that they post, all the things that they say get tremendously negative. But these are all things that they're saying about themselves and other people. But really, it's a defection. But what they're saying are things that they wouldn't even say to their best friend or a 5-year-old kid. Like, it's terrible. Total criticizing, demoralizing, bringing themselves down. They can't do anything right. They're focusing on the negative. But this is toxic, right? And that is again going back to those negative thoughts or patterns. But my point is they're deeming themselves as depressed. Well, but they're criticizing themselves constantly. Like it's just this trivial, like constant negative, negative, negative. Maybe they are depressed. Possible. I'm not a doctor. Uh, but you got to fix that first. Memories of past failures can adversely affect present performance. 1,000%. I know factually if I focus on the negative on the daily versus my routine of continually working and educating myself on staying on the positive mind frame, I would want to just crawl up on the couch or the bed and just do nothing. It's just I know factually one of the techniques that I do when I'm doing my cardio, when it starts to like burn and you're kind of like, this is getting uncomfortable. I do a mental exercise where I love this. I love my body. This feels great. This is amazing. I have so much energy. This is incredible. I feel great. My body is moving in a way that, I love, and this is helping my heart rate and it feels so good. I just go through this like randomness of how positive it is, and I watch on my meter the energy go up. The calories just shedding, right? They're just burning up right then and there. But if I change that, flip the switch and complain about, oh, I hate cardio, this is horrible, this is miserable, how much longer? Oh my gosh, it's only been 10 minutes. This is so awful. This is so painful. It hurts. It's the opposite, right? I want to get off. I want to quit. I want to jump off. I want to stop. And I won't want to do it again tomorrow. So what we say to ourselves is so powerful. Um, so dwelling foolishly on past errors, such as I failed yesterday, right? Well, that ends up being inevitably that I'm going to fail today, right? It's this pattern, this negative loop. So what I do, one of my exercises I do every day, and it just takes, I don't know, 3-4 seconds. When I do my morning journaling, I write one good thing from the day before, minimum, right? I try to write more, whatever comes to mind, but one positive thing from the day before, one good thing. That's it. So it really, really keeps me focused on the past, reflecting on it in a good way, getting away from that negative loop pattern. But we don't want to become a victim of our circumstance. We all know that type of person, right? That's always in victim mode. It's poor me, it's all me. Dark cloud above them all the time, constantly. And that's what happens when you have this negative, criticizing yourself thought patterns. You just spiral downhill. When we stop giving the power to the past mistakes lose their power over us. I love that quote. Let me say it again. When we stop giving power to the past mistakes lose their power over us. See? So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't look at anything in the past in a negative light. Let it go. Reflection is great. Correction is wonderful. Just correct yourself and move forward. I can't say it enough. Today, I've posted many, many threads in different groups that I'm in. People are like, I just don't have the motivation. I need accountability. Like, hire a coach, hire a trainer. These are all in like weight loss threads. You've got to hire people, invest in it. I did. I have had many coaches, I've had many trainers. I am a personal trainer and I am a coach and I am a human being. I needed every bit of that and no regret. None at all. Zero. Things I see in others that keep them stuck. Well, a job that's slowly killing them. I see this happening so often. Staying in a job that they hate gives them zero purpose, not challenging, not giving them greater meaning, no way to promote, like there's no way to go up. It's not fulfilling, no appreciation from either a boss or other employees or a manager, sacrificing their health for just making a little bit of money, right? I see this happen so frequently. A few clients have changed jobs from sedentary jobs to more physical demanding jobs. Plus, it was fun, right? Some of them even have changed jobs and made less money, but it was more fun. It was less mundane. They weren't sitting as much. They felt appreciated. They had a lot of fun. It was more stable, more routine. Like I had a couple of people change jobs that were an awful Like it was like this weird night shift, swing shift bullshit. And like it was just not consistent, right? So they changed into a job that was more routine, less stress, and they thrived and lost weight without changing anything else. Like their job was just sucking the life out of them, right? So if you are saying that, that's a thought, and it's going to create more stress in your body and it's going to make it more miserable. But, staying in a job that you're miserable in and you don't like, you hate, and doesn't give you any empowerment or enjoyment or furthering your education or supporting you in any way, is actually, in my opinion, torture, right? I know of somebody right now that works in a job that they're not able to eat or drink during their whole entire shift. Like, that's awful. In my opinion, that's torture. Are you being lazy is another one. Not planning and eating whatever you feel like eating, eating out regularly, ordering, from online or DoorDash or whatever. Usually, what we order at restaurants, the portions are entirely too big, and they're designed to have the bliss point factors hit, like the high fat, the high sugar, the high sodium, the right amount of everything, just to get you to eat more and more and more, want more, crave more, and come back and get more. It's science, right? And they know it, and they perfect it. Especially these really big chains, they have the science down pat. So learning how to cook is key. Learning how to plan is key. Again, that's where you hire a coach, a trainer. Use tools like emails, or one of the things I love is Green Chef. Allows me a couple meals a week that are easy. Pretty. I mean, you have some labor involved, obviously, but I love cooking at home. I love having fresh ingredients. I love having healthy foods and knowing what's in it. So don't wait to hit rock bottom is another one. Too often I talk to people that are really far advanced in type 2 diabetes, and they're experiencing a lot of the really bad side effects, and I beg you, please don't wait for that, or don't wait until someone you love has passed away before you decide to change. So how you think about food and water is also important. I kind of talked about that on exercise. So if you hate healthy food, if you hate water, if you can't stand water, I don't drink water, I won't drink, you're going to have to change your thought patterns. I was the same way. I was thinking about this yesterday. I made fun of people that drank plain water. Like if the water wasn't in coffee, it was like my joke. I look back and I'm stupid. Like how many people did I influence in that stupid mindset, right? So now I love my water. I feed my body really quite often, like right out the gate when I first wake up, fresh filtered water. And throughout the day, I like room temperature water because I drink way, way, way more. But I drink a lot of water. I hydrate my body. I love the way it feels. But it's change of thought, right? I love the way it makes me feel is the biggest transformational thought you can have. I hated eggs, and every day I eat 2 whole eggs minimum plus egg whites every single day. Before I started my journey, I don't know, 11 years ago, a dozen eggs would last forever in my refrigerator. I would use them only for baking or a recipe called for it. I hate eggs. I still think they're gross, like they kind of make me, but I'm over it. Like I changed my thought, got over it. How did I change my thought? Because I hired a coach and I hired a trainer, and they said, get over it. Get over it. Just effing get over it. So I did. And it's true. Once you start eating something, you develop a love for it because you know it's nourishing your body. You know it's feeding your body in a way that you really want. Um, so make sure what you see when you look in the mirror is also the image that the thoughts that you want to have. Love your body the way it is. Um, so what do you see when you look in the mirror or your internal mirror? Do you see a positive image or do you see a negative image? Very likely what you see is negative, right? Most likely what you do is you look in the mirror and you pinch yourself, you grab yourself in places, you're like, oh, cellulite, whatever, all these different things. Well, it's negative and it's causing more stress, and it's causing that negative spiraling thought patterns. So could you see yourself in any other way? That's my question for you. Can you picture yourself being healthy? Can you picture yourself with a bulletproof immune system? Can you picture yourself being healthy and strong? You notice I'm not saying a six pack. I'm not saying have abs. If that's what you want, that's great. It's a great goal. But it all starts with positive thoughts. You will not obtain a healthy body if you have negative thoughts towards yourself. Period. It will stop you. Because your thoughts become your feelings, and your feelings translates to action or non-action. Hands down. I see it every day. Every day. So you need to have a positive self-reflection on yourself. Well, I'm up on my time and I don't want to keep going, even though I have more notes. I can always get so excited with doing these, but picturing failure will almost always inevitably end up in failure. That was my last note that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned. But, picture yourself succeeding. I have a way of doing this for you. So reach out to me and let's connect. Let's create a big, beautiful picture that will propel you forward to whatever it is that you want to achieve. I will help you. You'll achieve it. You'll smash your goals. You'll feel amazing, look amazing, have a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit, healthy life, create amazing memories and a longer life. So, all right. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you next week.